And Luna, what did you get?
32.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's plenty. All right, so Luna just sort of gracefully slides down, and just kind of tumbles away over there. Elliot, you
I'm gonna tumble down the...
You roll down the spider web and somehow manage to do that despite spider webs being inherently sticky.
Yeah, I tuck and roll.
You're
whispering the...
It's just a dusty cobweb. Some of it comes off with you.
Yeah.
One of the face spirit names that I've heard from my friends, and I just go, Bambula.
Bambula. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to be like, okay.
You don't see Farius move, he's just already there. Ciara.
Let me just have my Bambula fun.
He's instant transmission. His dex is so good.
So, like, I think, Narte didn't roll that great. He tries to go down the, spider web and it just breaks and it goes thump against the ground. But he's not wearing armor, so he's not that loud. And then Ciara, you just slip and fall on him. But because you landed on soft flesh, you're relatively quiet.
You hurt your friend, but you're fine.
He just like gives you a thumbs up. I'm okay. You're really
Get off me. Okay. I try to quickly pick him up and give him some dignity back. Sorry.
Okay, second. Kenny gets down, reclaiming some of his dignity, and then Keyanthi, you nimbly pass through. Okay, so you guys have sneaked past. You guys have passed through the Queen's Cave.
Hey.
So, okay, and I'll end. Stop streaming. There we go. All right, you guys. You're still like are in stealth mode as you like tiptoe away. Little sneaky feet come out to a cavern. You guys go for like another solid like 20 minutes before you like collectively exhale and are like, okay, we did that.
Spell and make us more visible.
Whew. And you guys just continue walking, and for like nothing happens for like another couple hours. We'll say that like you may occasionally like see evidence of like a
Nope.
Oh, we lost Mckenna.
Yeah, her internet's not doing well.
I'm sure. Well, it was just gonna be narrative for a little bit because you guys continue forward, find an occasional, more, singular rust monsters, but they, when they're alone, they see you and then sort of like scuttle back away into like the little nooks and crannies of the cave, and eventually you guys kind of curve back, hang on, let me check the map. I have a map here somewhere. You guys come alongside the river once more. You're like, oh, hey, it did kind of come back to where he said it would. And you guys stop and look, and you see these big, like, stone doors carved. It looks like this big relief, like they're not actual doors, like they're just kind of carved into the wall, and they're huge, like iron forged doors. They're like hundreds of feet tall. They're super huge, and at the bottom you see these basically 5 individuals. They have gray skin and they're short. And you take you squint and look, and you realize they're actually made of stone. And they have 2 glowing stones. One is in their forehead, and then another is in their sort of like chest. And you hear them talking to each other, and then they look over and they're like, hello? Hello? Are you lost?
Quiet
so. Hello.
They spider tripping.
Spider. Oh!
We will stand up and just like, how far away are they again?
There's like a big, like, there's like 20 feet between you guys.
Oh, don't mind the giant spider. I mean,
You see like a couple of them like bring out their giant like hammers.
Keyanthi
They're
is
like,
going to walk up to them and give her a little bow, because she's nice about it. And she says, do not fear, we're just here passing through. We need to get out to the rest of these caves, and we wanted to make sure we avoided the rust monsters. We're just travelers.
and
yeah, this is just our friend. Luna, you can transform back out and not scare them.
I want to make sure that we're doing it. Like, we really don't need me to do it, because I can only do it so many times.
so
Or don't.
we're done. You see one individual approach. She is carved to look feminine, and she says, "Well, y'all, we don't really get too many polite people like y'all down here, so we're the duregar. My name's... We're the Moort Guard. I'm Kirra. Kirra-Moort. It's a title. And over there's Moort. That's been Ciara-Moort. That's Ciara-Moort. Hi. So y'all trying to get through these caves? Well,
Yes. Yes, we are. And,
Yes, we're trying to get out.
alright. She
and I
can...
believe, if I heard correctly, there's a temple to Duregar here, correct?
Yeah, we know all about that. She kind of... Do y'all know the history of the temple at all?
Would I know that?
Make a history check, Kiara.
Yeah, if you, I'll make a check, but for the record, Kiara is under pressure. I would say maybe, even if I know a lot, because it's like they might know something else. So I'll do a history check right now. Oh dear. Okay. I got a nat 20.
Yeah, like it wasn't high. Like, okay, the duregar were specifically crafted by the druidic gods to be the keepers of Briotriac's tomb.
Oh, that's so cool. Holy crepes.
So they're like, yeah, we know about the tomb. Well, y'all, usually we like to keep people out of our sacred land. Just be nice about it and ask you to take the river, but the river's been kind of clogged up. She says there's a landslide, probably from rain upstairs or something. But the river's been blocked and it won't be. She sighs and she kind of like talks to the others briefly, and like you can hear like roots of dwarfish in it, like, but it's like comparing English to Latin. And
Yeah.
so, and they're like, oh yeah, and it's gonna be a couple trying before we figure that out. The best hope is to talk to the elders and see if we can work something out. Y'all got anything to trade? Well, I like it. You know, we like art and finery, and we don't get a lot of...
Herself, Luna. Okay, Luna's back now.
Yeah, Luna's back.
Oh, hey, there y'all are.
She has a oh yeah, she still has the box of rings from like the very beginning of the campaign with the ship that she grabbed.
Yeah, she's got the box of rings. She has the landscape paintings.
Oh yeah.
Those two.
And I
You have like 7, I think.
I have some really nice soap.
You do have nice soap.
But
I have nice soap.
and
I can play them a song.
Ooh, do you say that out loud?
Yeah, it's like I can play you a song.
Oh, we love music. Well, you know, we don't breathe, y'all, so we can't do anything with wind instruments. It's all just a bunch of drums. And then sometimes we can get away with some strings.
Wait, so how do you live? I start poking one of them. So how do you live if you don't breathe?
We're called
Grab
constructs.
her hand or something, okay? Someone's gonna grab that hand and like hold it nice and like pat it and just be like,
No.
I've never been through these caverns before. And my dear friend grabs and pulls and hugs her under her arm. She's definitely very curious.
Wait, are you holding me?
Yes. inside, we'll be happy to. We'll be happy to make some arrangements for y'all. We don't get too many visitors down here, and frankly, I'm happy to have them. So,
Thank you very much. We appreciate your hospitality.
These are nice rock people.
Yeah, they're nice rock people. I know, something nice after
without their permission.
a cave of horrors. So she says, let's open this up. And they're like, all right, cool. So you see them, they take out their hammers. And then, like, they line up and collectively, like, raise their hammers and hit the door. And then at the end of when they strike the hammer down, it makes this bell noise. Doing. And it actually makes, like, a short scale. Doing, 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 doing. And the door glows. And then it, like, comes open. Welcome to Carlup.
Carlup?
Carlup.
Carlup.
Yes. Karlup.
He's the nicest duregar I've ever seen.
The only duregar you've ever seen.
All right,
Well-
it is hitting 8:50, so I'm going to go ahead and hop off for my
Meeting.
my meeting.
Alright, have a good meeting. Should you just have
All right, I'll be back as if it's done early, I'll come back. Michael, I sent you
Yep.
my sheet. Okay,
I'll
cool.
try to
If
keep
it's
her
illegible,
alive.
just ask me and I'll message during my meeting.
Yeah.
Cool.
Should we
Alright.
have her like just put the sock over her camera, or what do you want?
Oh, no, she can sign off. There's.
Alright, cool.
Yeah.
All right, and yes, she will make good on the performance check if it does come.
Oh yeah, do that before you leave.
Yeah, just roll it now.
Oh, okay.
And I'll write it down.
18 plus 2. Ah, a V.
Oh, dirty 20.
Yay.
Dirty 20.
Dirty.
Favorite.
Sweet. Okay.
Alright, hopefully see you later and enjoy the meeting.
Alright, see ya.
Yeah, I'll do my best. But hopefully I get to go back sooner.
Bye.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Welcome. Are you guys ready for Carlup? Are you guys ready?
I'm going to kill her character. I'm just kidding.
I'm glad you waited until she left.
Whoa. Wait, really?
Yeah, because like a weirdo, I'm like, let's base the duregar culture off the indigenous people of Australia, because who does that? Me!
I mean, I'm all about it.
So, I just like making things difficult for myself, because there's actually not a lot of resources for these indigenous people. They're usually called aboriginals, but that's kind of racist, so I don't know exactly what to call them. But yeah, Carla.
So they don't ride
Man, they
through
just
the
like to
woods
party
and
here.
they pick their teeth with, boomerangs and avoid that stuff.
I feel like we're in a club.
So, like, you come in, and as soon as you walk through the door, there's this long hallway of these big statues of these, dwarves, and they're cast of gold, and there's elaborate, gorgeous artworks, and there's about 12 of them, I think, and they're doing, like, some type of work or art form. So, like, one of them is smithing, one of them is carving something, another one is it's hard for me to think with this music.
Oh, you can
Are
play
they
it.
like waving? Are they like wielding glow sticks and spinning them around or something?
And you continue forward, and there's these crystals that are giant, and they illuminate the cavern in this really splendid way. Each stone, every stone face, every stalagmite, every stalactite, everything is carved. Because this is a city of literally immortal artists who have nothing better to do. So everything is like an artwork. You look on the floors, you look on the wall, there's a mosaic over here. If you continue forward, like, you find out that the town is filled with artists, and they're each doing something. Some of them are you notice that...
Here, I'm going to do a perception check. I'm going to see what piece of art that I see first. Is that okay to do?
I want to do
Yeah.
once Michael's done.
Okay, I rolled a 12.
Okay, you rolled 12. So you're looking around, you see someone just like painstakingly like doing piece by piece a mosaic. And it's of like a fire motif. It's really nice. You're like, ooh. And then like behind, she's starting to like, beneath it, it's lit up with like these glowing crystals. So it kind of looks like it illuminates. Each section is sort of color coded by the crystals. So there's like, overall, overarching, it's blue. But as you go down into each area, it's like red or yellow or orange. Or green, depending on like, and that kind of sections off like here, right now you're like in the sculpture mosaic section that's like yellow, and you see someone actually doing what's called shadow sculptures, where like it just looks like he has this hunk of like rocks, and you're like, what is this? What is he even doing? And then he goes and lights it up, and the shadow that it casts creates an image of a figure standing. And everyone's like really into their art here. We're gonna do the next one.
Is there something like a small? Is there like a small like role playing thing I can do?
Sure, yeah. What do you want to do?
Okay, cool. So if I'm a cleric, can I just pray at any time and talk to my god or whatever?
You can. You're in her domain, so you're more likely to get more of an direct answer from her.
Okay.
Like,
do I have to like do anything, or do I just kind of like mental connection, or do I have to like kneel or something?
As you're pondering this out loud, you sort of hear her, you feel her presence like wash over you again, and she says,
okay.
You're overthinking it.
Oh, fuck. I'm sorry I'm hitting you good track. I just wanted to make sure I just had a question.
Yes.
Should I be worried about these people? They're the ones that technically locked you up, correct?
Well, they do keep my cave. They do keep my tomb. But they're really more concerned about keeping my body within it than, any clerics. But I wouldn't be outwardly, loud about it. Probably not gonna be too enthused to find a cleric of mine hidden amongst them.
I imagine, and so Keyanthi just gonna quickly just kind of like shove her sleeves back down and so tidy up a little bit. Just, full speed ahead, essentially. I see. I'll do what I can then. Appreciate your response.
You feel her presence fade, but like you do kind of feel like she's still there. It's sort of like the sense of someone at your back. It's like that.
I imagine it as like something like a little bit of cold, like a little like almost like a breeze, but there's no wind, just cold.
Yeah, it can be that. Like it's a subtle presence. Yeah. You just know she's there. All right, so you it's just a lot going on. There's some music, right? That's what's going on. There's some music going on. It's mostly drums, like Kirra-Moort mentioned. There's some dancing. It's kind of clunky because they're made of stone. But they seem very, into it because this is all they do, and it's just a bunch of weird artists who are made of stone. It's kind of neat. You see keep walking forward, you come to the smithing section, and you see one pounding away at some armor, and you see another one pounding away at some weapons, and see a third one pounding away at, you're not really sure what it is. It's probably like just artistic expressions because it's just some kind of wonky thing that spirals up and down, and he's just like, yes. You're like, cool. And some modern art. He's just like, I call it the dichotomy of blah, 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 blah. You're like, yes, of course. This definitely symbolizes this really complex idea, definitely. And
It looks like they're bored or something.
Yeah.
It's fine.
30. There we go.
So are we? Because I remember that Moort Guard and like the rest of them told us that we should talk to the elders. Are they escorting us there, or do we?
Yeah.
do we just
So what
try to find
happened
them on our
is.
own, or?
What happened? Kirra-Moort is still with you. She's kind of like, she turns around and says, okay, y'all, I'm sticking my neck out for you, so be on your best behavior. She points to the stone in her forehead. This is called a headstone. This is called a heart stone. Don't stare at him. It's rude. She like, I'm gonna take y'all to the elders. Since y'all are technically trespassing on our sacred land, you might want to give them something nice. It'll smooth things over. They're kind of, it's like a traditional thing. Okay?
Okay, well, we have some art on us.
Oh yeah, they love that. I mean, as you can tell.
Keyanthi gonna lean over to Luna, just kind of be like, "Do you think rocks need soap?"
They might not need it, but if it's pretty, they might appreciate it.
Yes. I hope I'm alright then.
Of course, if they're made of porous stone, then that could be an issue if they get stuff built up. I don't know.
I mean, soap can be a piece of art, right?
Of
They
course. I don't know how
I think they can
use
smell
it.
things still, so I don't know. That's like an odd question. I didn't think about that. Like
They can use it to keep their heart and headstone
clean, true.
shiny, you know.
They can.
The anti-head.
Scented
Yeah.
goodness.
Alright, cool.
All right, and let's see. You see another. You see Kira. Okay, so Kirra-Moort brings you guys to sort of this. It's like a circle of stones laid out, and in the center you see two more of these duregar individuals, but they've sort of merged into like one body, they just feel very old. It's hard to like tell because everyone here is made of stone, but they've sort of like merged together as one stone, and like between them there's this it looks like they kind of like took metal and like poured it between them, and so they've merged into like one being. Wow. And it's the part of them are gold, and there are two heads, and their eyes are glowing, and the rocks around them are also glowing, and a third individual, I guess fourth, like someone who is not this dual person, approaches. And Kira says, "Oh, hey, Tarny Najak." I'm using their crazy words. Just their natural words. Yeah. Oh, what's Tarny Nagank. As Nagank's her title. Hey, Tarny. So we have some outsiders here. We want to talk to the elders about getting through here. What do you think? And then Tarny looks over you guys, and so make a general charisma check. We're gonna do a group one.
Okay. Is this us presenting our
Everyone
items?
smile!
It's presenting yourselves generally.
Okay. Oh, nope. Never mind. Oh, yeah, I'll do one for,
Body. For general charisma, I got a 13. Can I switch it to persuasion? I don't know.
5. Okay.
Okay, alright. Kiara has pretty good charisma. Alright.
Alright, what did Kiara get?
Kiara got... Oh yeah, she did pretty good. She got a 17.
Okay. What did you get?
So you know how Kirra-Moort told us not to stare at the headstone and the heartstone? that immediately, like, I immediately forget that when I see the fused duregar, and I rolled a 5. And I am just staring.
Okay, cool.
And I'm just like, wait, who's on whose body?
It's like doing the opposite. It's like trying not to stare, but then like kind of looking at the wall instead of looking at them at all.
What did you get, Keyanthi?
Keyanthi got a 13. She's working very hard to keep the eyes just on the eyes and nowhere else.
Okay, and Luna, what did you get?
5.
Oh, you also got a 5. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just talking to Luna. I'm like, so who's on whose body? Is it him on his body or him on his body?
I was looking. Can Keyanthi make sure she's standing in front of them?
So, like, you know, Ellie is just sort of like,
I'm obviously like
pointing,
gesturing.
and then, like, Keyanthi, you try to, like, step in front of her and, like, push her behind you. You're like, please.
And I make sure my arms are out so my big sleeves cover her. So
Yeah, you're just like, say.
look.
So, Tarny looks over you guys and is just, she kind of, like, makes this sour face, which is remarkable on a woman made of stone. And she says,
Tardy.
y'all are gonna have to wait an hour. I don't want to break them from their rainbow walk.
Rainbow walk. I mean that sounds important. Rainbow walk.
Rest.
Yes, it's our spiritual enlightenment ritual. Y'all are gonna have to come back in an hour.
Of course. Thank you so much, Ben, for letting us know.
Like, okay. Gonna slink away.
Bye.
Short rest somewhere, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you guys can go tour the town. There's lots of shops that you guys can check out.
As we're walking away, I'm walking backwards, so I'm still like looking at them. Just like, how is it? Okay.
It's just like, come on, Ellie, let's go. Okay, so Kira kind of frowns, just like, well, I guess we got an hour to kill. I can take you to, we kind of have an inn. The beds aren't soft, sorry. But I can take you around. I can take you to some of the best artists. They can show off their work. You can do some shopping. We can, whatever you want to do,
I mean,
Luna's just looking antsy. It's just like, so, what is the fastest way out of here to get out from under the mountain?
Oh, well, honestly, it's right through the tomb, which will be kind of tough because we don't just let anyone walk through there, you know what I mean? Like, on one hand, it's our sworn duty to make sure that her body stays in there. Sort of why we were made. And the other thing is that it's just mighty dangerous. We don't want to just send people to their doom. So, well, if you do manage to convince them to let you into the tomb, you're probably going to have to do some favor to us. There's actually, probably what it's going to be, there's this, someone's been kidnapping the little sporling kids. Yeah. And the arthro mushrooms think it's us. It's not us. We don't eat. So, we've been trying to figure out how to deal with that. I've been able to track him to...
I immediately jump up. I was like, we can save them.
All right, well, if I'll certainly mention it. Well, it's been about...
I speak their language as I strike my staff on the ground and just make just spores. And it, like, I don't know, it smells kind of funny. Smells...
Yeah, that smells like him. Pretty dang close. Anyway, a couple trines ago, there was, this big influx of, so these caverns have, underground channels of water that come in from the ocean. A few weeks ago, there's this big influx of seawater. I'm not really sure what caused that. But there's the stench of hag magic, if you ask me. I think some sea hag set up tent somewhere, started capturing them sparling kids and their nasty brews.
Wait a minute. And I take the damsels in like a huddle, and I'm just like, didn't we see a sea hag when we were on that cruise? They were with the fish people, right?
Can we just say yes? Because I don't remember anything from the cruise. It's been so long. It's so long.
It's been so long. It's been over a year.
I feel like, let me see if I can dig through my notes.
Yes, that's true. You're accurate.
Yeah,
Was-
I remember things in D&T that never
Yes.
happens.
Yes. There was a sea hag who was in cahoots. It was Hogar. And do you guys remember Grudo and Denka?
Oh yeah. They were like a trio of hags.
No.
Or
There was Grudo was
Oh.
the little dude that was in the cellar you guys charmed, and he had a crush on Denka.
Oh,
Who
right.
They
yeah.
all sound like Legend of Zelda NPCs. I'm sorry, that's all I can think about right now.
The Gerudo, the
Playing Breath of the
Dekus.
Wild, so I've been watching him wander around.
That's all you do in Breath of the Wild. There's no plot.
A lot of wander. But the place looks nice, anyway.
So, you think back, you're like, oh yeah, like, we charmed Grudo, he let us out of the sub, we got back up, we were forced apart, we came back together. Keyanthi, you and Adlana fought, like, the sea hag, and what happened is you killed Denka, and then the sea hag, like, escaped into the water. And you guys, like, closed the hatch on the Megalodon. And that's...
I remember closing a hatch on the Megalodon, yeah.
Yeah.
So...
Okay. Thank you for the history lesson of our own lives.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And I'm just like, wait a minute, didn't you say that the giant shark is, I don't know, somehow related to your... I look around,
Yeah.
I peek my head up. Your dragon grandpa.
Maybe I should just make sure you know his real name. But yes, that's right. I guess we should go and see what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, it's worth investigating.
I agree.
And we have to save the mushroom people.
We have to save the mushroom people.
I feel that Kiara would also strongly be like, yes, we need to save the sporlings.
Sporlings. I have so many drawings of them.
We're
Maybe-
just so
maybe I'll
reluctant
post
to
them.
like, no, we need to get out of here. But fine, for
Guess we'll go save the sporlings. Well, Kira, kind of, if y'all are done whispering to yourselves, do you want to tour the city? Do you need supplies? I mean, we got a lot of magic items here. You could adventuring folks might like. We could also just,
I mean, as tempting as that sounds, I don't really have that much money. Do you guys have a lot of money?
I got a ton of money. I don't know what you're talking about.
No.
well, I mean, you might find some of us. Gold doesn't go too far down here. If you got something to trade, then you'll, especially if you can get your friend here to, play your instrument, like she said earlier, probably get something nice. So we just don't get wind instruments down here. And
Oh, well, actually,
we have all the gold we need. What we need gold for,
Oh, well, I do. Well, I do have something that's not gold that might be valuable as I dig through my pack and I pull out all these little wood carvings that I've been doing for my spells, and I'm like, I mean, do you think they would like this? As I pull out these little tiny wood totems of one looks like a bear, one looks like a wolf, one looks like a a giant spider.
You're like proficient in wood carving, right?
Yep.
Yeah, make a wood carving check.
So would that be
So you're gonna
Dex?
it would be, I guess, dexterity plus your proficiency,
Okay.
because you're proficient with your wood stuff.
No. It's a natural 1.
Ooh.
I just so happened to pull out the lumpy toad.
pull out the lumpy toad. She's just like, you might be able to get something for that. Do you have any other ones? Because you said you had more than one.
Oh yeah, no, I have I pull out one that looks like a giant, one that looks like an eagle.
Yeah, you can do another roll for that one too. We'll do 3 more rolls.
Oh, wow, that's amazing. That one was a natural 20.
Ooh. Okay, yeah,
so that's
the
a
eagle.
25.
She's just like, oh yeah, this one's real nice. Oh yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. And the next one is a 24.
This one's mighty good too. Is that a bear?
Yeah, it's a bear.
I
And
don't
then do I
think we
need to make
have
one more, or is that all of them?
Yeah. How many?
That was 3
3?
so far. So
Yeah.
that was a natural 1 and a natural 20. And
Okay. Yeah.
18.
Yeah, y'all probably get something nice out of that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, what do y'all wanna do?
I mean, do we want to look at magic stuff, or what do you guys want to do? I mean, I don't mind looking at art either.
I think we should go try to save the stones as soon as possible, okay?
I do agree with Luna. I mean, but do we need supplies? think we're doing too
You
well.
do need rations, but they don't eat, so they wouldn't have it.
Yeah.
And I think you guys would actually need more rope.
Yeah.
Because you guys used a lot of
I mean,
rope.
we can get supplies. I mean,
Let's go grab some supplies and see if we can use them then.
yeah, I mean, we kind of have an hour to kill, so I know you want to get out of here as soon as possible, but we're
Yeah, it's gonna take at least an hour to get back to where I tracked this. I mean, I've been kind of poking around trying to figure out where the sporlings have been taken to, and I found a weird sort of hut thing. It's gonna take at least an hour to get there. And we want to meet with the elders in an hour. You don't want to be late to that meeting. Mm.
okay. So I guess we go get supplies.
Okay.
Is that what?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, we're gonna go to supplies. All right.
Did we use up all of our rope?
I did salvage it, or
I didn't know we could.
You guys used a lot of rope to make the raft. You guys used a lot of rope to, so you
I don't
used
think we can salvage that at all.
you need another set of rope.
We do.
You guys each rope set's 50 feet, so then that could.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense.
So let me look at where you guys would. Rope. Who would have rope? All I can think of it. Okay, so you see Kira look up. She's just like, who will have rope? Well, I think the sculptures might have rope. Sometimes they like doing these elaborate shadow art things, so they hang it up and stuff. So we might be able to find something there.
This is got it.
Notable figures. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, we're gonna go to Lawana to Juk. Yeah. So you guys come over. She leads you through the city. Come over to this shop that's carved into a big. It looks like this. A series of stalagmites, and then she sort of carved them out to use them for rock carving, and then on top of it she just put more things and more things. So it's just this sort of tower that she built up on top of the stalagmites, and you see, like, in the center of this, you look at the floor, and very clearly she has carved down each of these stalagmites and made a space for herself, and it's being lit up by, like, these crystals. There we go. Gosh. She's busy at work working on some, you know, like, think of it like the classic, like, gosh, Dionysus statue, I think is who it is. It's where he's, like, holding his chin and has, like, the little fig leaf. But, like, it's very similar to that, but it's a duregar, and he has a robe on.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, this is Tiffany, your DM. Thank you for watching Dungeon Damsels. This is not the end of the session, so please stay tuned for the next part. We update on Tuesdays and Saturdays at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you're interested in supporting us more, please push the subscribe button, like, or comment. We also have a Patreon, wink wink nudge nudge, and our show is in podcast form. You can find us on Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Podbean, Spotify, and plenty of other podcast platforms. Thanks, we hope to hear from you soon.